Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. The things I do and why I do it. It makes no sense. At a certain point, you would probably say, like, yo, just give up. Just give up. Hang up the towel, brother. But I can't. I don't know what it is. It's like I'm addicted to just keep trying. And I'm like a hamster in a wheel in a sense. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's really kind of crazy on how my life has been turning over the past couple of times. If you're just now tuning in with your boy, the one and only Mohammed Cook of the Mohammed Cook Show, 1/3 of the world's greatest podcast group, better known as DDS. I'm here tuning in with you guys live. I want to go ahead. I've been trying to figure out how to get a chat box going, but for the life of me, I haven't been able to, because every time I try, here we go. Oh, there it is. I can't really read the messages. It says enter messages here. Message board. There we go. Boom. Oh, there we go. Live chat. There we go. And for the first time, I swear, you sit by yourself for a second, you're able to figure out the whole world. Your entire life. You can figure out everything. It's wild. I'm going to sit here. I'm trying to just put this on Instagram, Twitter, whatnot. Just trying to get everything all dialed. And I want to make sure that the live is... Ooh, sorry. I don't want to get flagged. Do not want to get flagged. Let me go to you. Home. Let me see. I need to make sure all this is... The hardest part is finding... there we are. MAMBA mentality. There it is. Share. Hit copy link. Here we go. I love it. I absolutely love it. You guys feeling all good today? I can't really see. Yeah, bruh. Hana, solo dolo. Solo dolo. Ain't no beef, though. We ain't got no beef with the gang. Everything's... Look, I can be actually able to read your chat. That's a first, right? All the other times I'm not able to read any of the chats, but now I can actually, like, see what the hell is going on. It's kind of like just a simple conversation between Hana... Man, fuck me. How you doing, bro? How are you doing? You were sick. I was really looking forward to the next episode, but due to a lot of conflicting issues, we weren't able to get you out here. Also because you were being sick, and whatnot. Let me see if I can put this on. Oh my gosh. The hardest part. Is it on? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Throw a 1 in the chat if you can hear me or whatever. Or just say I can hear you, whatever it may be. Because now I got to do... Mo, what you been on? There we go. There we go. I know. There's a lot of things going on in my life that are dramatically changing. I hit the captions on this. There it is. I'm doing better. I was down and out for a few days, though. Okay. I'm happy to know that you're doing better because we need you around here at the DDS field because we can't even lead a conversation. I went back and started watching a bunch of old episodes, and I never realized just how bad we just stomp on each other's takes. And we know we do this, but I didn't know it was like that atrocious. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I can't get this link. There we go. There we go. Hold on, Hannah. I'm sorry. It's really just... Oh, and Justin, what's good, y'all? Actually, I was going to talk to you. We're going to put this in my story. There we go. Boom. So somebody wants to hit the link. They can do it. We can schedule stories. Not now. All right. Anyways, now that I'm here, we're all live. We're saying it's just really just the three of us. Just the three of us. We can really get this show on the road. So I just want to tell you what the hell has been going on. So, Justin, Hannah, hear this, right? So, as you very well know, my goal is to, like I said, I'm not missing a week ever. That's not even in my repertoire. I can never miss a week. So, let me first of all describe what the hell is going on before I describe my life. So, as you guys very well know, every Thursday night, DDS, which consists of me, Elijah, and Ty, link up together and essentially have conversations around gender wars, relationship, economics, money, life, all overall growth. Now, the issue is that we're actually going through some growing pains at the moment. Firstly, Brother Ty, has a new job and he's in school right now, so his availability is quite slim. Secondly, Brother Elijah, as you know, he's coming into the final chapter of the entire presentation. As he's coming into like the final chapter of his overall magazine, a lot of hours are going into making sure just final edits, ads, getting all the paperwork all dialed in, and also more importantly, his awkward hours of just work. He works in a graveyard. So essentially what's going on is all of our summer schedule is not working well with our daylight saving schedule. So essentially the only person who's really here at the moment is your boy, because luckily, as of right now, my schedule is the only person that allows for like, damn, I look blue. I didn't realize that. I got to fix these lights. I got to put a yellow tint. David, we got to figure out how to put a yellow tint on these lights, bro. This is crazy. I shouldn't be looking blue. Because I don't want to put a yellow on the overall camera. I want to just put it on the thing. Anyways, we'll fix that later. So, I've just been in the process, or all of us have been in the process trying to figure out how we want to go about this. What's the future steps for the show? Am I moving in the right direction? What are the future steps for the show and how we're gonna execute? So, as you guys very well know, at the top of the summer, that's when I was on a crazy burnout mission. I was trying to do a show every day, and to be honest with you, I really did like doing it. The only issue that that's a white balance thing. All right, we'll fix that. Thank you. Let me know. I'll figure this out later. Actually, no, hold on. I forgot white balance is on the button. Hold on, give me 1 sec, y'all. That's not a hard white balance has its own button. The issue is that I have it on auto. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. That's wild. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out later. So essentially my summer burnout was kind of crazy because I was doing a show every day and essentially giving you guys updates of my life on a daily basis. And honestly, it was the most fun I was ever having. The only issue the wrench that was kind of thrown into the entire operation was the fact that Ablo, right? Ablo's getting older. When Ablo started getting older, he requires more time, more patience, and all the things of that nature. So I wasn't able to do my show on a daily basis because I found myself up really late at night, and it just it fucked with the entire operation. But I just explained to my wife, I was like, I want to get back to doing this. I want to get back to essentially recording on a daily basis, but the overall issue is just how do I go about it? So this is where life kind of takes place. I'm not going to bring you too much into my everyday, kind of like I said, my everyday life or my everyday finance. Actually, I can tell y'all, but so Kia's taking the time. She's picked up a job. So her and I essentially have to be like, I was trying to come up with a better analogy than Shaq and Kobe, but her and I are on our Shaq and Kobe tip. So what we have to essentially do is just everything has to be scheduled down to the T. Now, here's the overall big dilemma about my life at the moment. I've recognized that in order for my family to grow, it cannot happen in this city. There's no knock against the city, no knock against Bakersfield or Kern County at all, but I had to find a place that was essentially fair grounds for my wife and I, somewhere where we don't know anyone, somewhere where the culture is a little bit faster, a place where I can see true growth for not just me and my career, but also Ablo and how well he grows, how the type of people he's around. And then also, most importantly, just make sure Key sees a new setting in a new world. So this has been a conversation. I pitched one place too where I don't want to go public on it. If you speak to me on a daily basis, you already know the location I'm talking about. So essentially I recognize that I have to move. But something that I did not take into consideration is moving is, once again, everybody's favorite, money. Money makes the world go round, and allows you to move around this spinning world, if that makes any sense. So the place that I want to move to is essentially is not in state. I'm moving essentially to the other side of the country, and I said I have to come up with a strategy for me to save not no $10,000, not no $20,000, not no $30,000, but up towards of 40 to 50 grand in the next 18 months to 2 years. Now, if you have a normal job that pays you about 4 grand, maybe 5 grand a month, that's not really that hard of a feat. But when you're talking about a situation like me, it's a little bit different. So what I decided is I hit that, like as Justin would say, I'm an able body. So having an able body, there's no excuses on why you can't go get it. And that's what I essentially did. And I just really went back to the drawing board, went to go find jobs that are going to find jobs that I know that I can get with ease, just with ease. So what I ended up doing, so you guys very well know, I spoke about it on the show, but I'm a whole ass caretaker, right? But that's something that I've been doing. I was doing kind of just softly, not something I spend a lot of waking hours in. So I said, okay, I realized I got into this caretaking with ease, and it's also a Bakersfield thing that for some reason all the black people out here, they all end up falling into caretaking. Don't really know how that works, but I found myself in that. Side note is even all of my ex-girlfriends the black ones at least, all found themselves at caretaking at some point in their career. But yeah. So what I ended up doing was just finding a caretaking job, but I said I want to find something for graveyard that can lock me in around anywhere. I want to find something that helped me lock in a couple grand a month, right? 2 grand a month. Of just like, it's not really passive income, but it's necessarily another income. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I actually did my interview. I did my interview today while I was at a gig, which was the craziest thing. I'm the king of the multitasking. I'm doing a photo gig while I'm doing an interview over the phone. And long story less long, I got the job, everything's good, but now this is going to be my new graveyard job. It's going to allow me to work from 10 p.m. all the way up until 6 a.m. Right now it's only 3 days a week, but with due time I'm able to get it up. It's essentially it will allow me to pocket or put away $1,200 a month. Now, the question that those who have been following my life, you say, well, Mohammed, what about the teaching situation? The teaching situation is good, but it doesn't really pay. So I took matters into my own hands, and then I started doing substitute. I filled out, for those who don't know, the substitute teaching has the hardest enrollment process. I promise you, it's so much paperwork that I don't even think, I wasn't even prepared for it. It almost took me 30 days just to get all my paperwork, in order. And now that I was able to get my paperwork in order, I'm finally able to become a substitute teacher. So what I'm hoping, God willingly, I'll be able to close some more shifts in that during the day, and also be able to caretake late at night, but even during the day, caretake and even do my other side jobs. But yes, Justin, you put in the comment section, you'll do anything but eBay. And and here's the thing. I do like eBay, but the way I look at eBay money is the same way I look at just me finding my video gigs. It's up and down. I wanted to figure out a way to have a locked in amount, guaranteed. And that's why I tried to find a job that I know nobody wants, that I can count on, because I want to have a guaranteed amount locked in. I don't want it to be necessarily up and down, because I want to put myself on a very strict financial plan, accounting for the studio, accounting for my studio rent, my car, oil changes, everything, washing, like every detail in my life, every financial detail, it's kind of been accounted for. I have even taken the time, I put together even a PowerPoint for my wife. So she can see what I got going on. It's the only way I really know how to explain myself is visually. So I made a PowerPoint talking about, this is what I got to save. This is how we're going to get here. And like I said, if you trust me in the process, we are going to get there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So luckily, and I'm so strict in that I even opened up another account at another bank. I'm telling you guys way too much, but I bank with Wells Fargo. But I opened up a bank at Chase to essentially, I call it the 10K drop. So every time I get 10K, I'm going to go ahead and drop it in that account to that in the next 18 months to 24 months. I don't even like counting years because it sounds shorter and I can't be as strict with it. But 18 to 24 months, I'm no longer going to live here. I cannot live here. And it's nothing, like I said, it's nothing against the city or the people of the city. It's just, it's not a culture to where I can see true growth for myself, my family, my wife, and all above. So essentially why I call this entire episode called, what's it called? MAMBA mentality. I forgot what I called it. Sorry, I had a brain fart just now. I call it MAMBA mentality because I just want to give myself no excuses. I'm going to read a couple comments from the comment section. Hannah, you said you do all of that plus eBay, to be honest. The hardest part is sourcing, and listing and storing is relatively easy, just tedious. No, and I completely agree with you, Hannah. I completely agree with you. It's right now I'm at a point where I'm figuring out, I'm dialing in all the details on. I can count for maybe $1,000, maybe $1,500 a month in ancillary money, which is ancillary counts as like gigs, photo, video gigs, also eBay. All of those things are ancillary, but I want to be able to have a locked in amount of between my teaching gig now and my janitor job now and my daycare taking job. All my bills are paid. I can guarantee that. But with videography, I'll be up 1 month, I'll be down the next month, be up the next month, I'll be down 3 months. It's just kind of, it's all over the place. So, but everything you guys are saying are 100% true. Vanessa, you said, doesn't Wells Fargo have a bunch of issues? They did. But you know, Chase got caught with the kilo of the Coke, the shipping container of Coke. Like all these banks all have they're all in bed together. If I tried to make a moral compass on where I put my money, I would just end up getting gold and sitting it underneath my bed. That's just me. So I don't want to start picking and choosing on which bank. It's just the only reason I opened up a savings account through another bank was because the place I'm moving to, they also do have this banking system, which is why I couldn't do a credit union. Also, I've learned about this thing called a CP. For those who don't know, or CD, excuse me, not CP, CD. CDs, which essentially are savings accounts, but over a period of time, and they'll give you an interest rate of 3, 4, 5% to your dollar. Now, the cool part about it is because I'm planning on only doing $10,000 drops in there, 5% on a $10,000, I can make $500 over the course of really some months, maybe a couple years, just by putting my money in a CD rather than putting in a traditional savings account. And the downside to the CD, if you do decide to take your money out, it's technically you can't take your money out of a CD and spend it, whatever it may be. But the downside is you will lose all the interest you accumulated. And whatever rate you sign in, the interest rate you sign in on your CD, that's where it kind of stays at. So, yeah. And that's just one of the benefits that Chase offered. I don't know if Wells Fargo even has it, but I just thought about, it's something that I thought about. I'm going to hop into the comment section real quick. Vanessa, you wear a lot of hats. Yeah, I have to, bro. I never cap. As many hats as I'll be wearing, I promise you, I'm never capping. I'm very serious about my life, very serious about my future. I kind of go through life kind of happy-go-lucky kind of ordeal, but I really do have to wear a lot of caps because it's the only way to kind of move the needle. I've been doing a lot of reading lately. That's been my new thing. I've just finished Charlemagne the God's book. I'm reading Stephen A. Smith's book. Next book I'm going to get is going to be Candace Owens and David Duke. The thing I like to do is like read like a hood book and then read like a conservative book, hood book, conservative. I just like to see it's kind of like the spectrum of the things I like to consume. So one of the books in the Charlemagne book, he said that some place where he sees a lot of people fuck up is they don't allow themselves to be coachable, and they don't allow themselves the opportunity because sometimes their ego doesn't let them take the opportunities that's in front of them. So as you guys very well know, I never let my ego affect anything I'm doing. I'm 10 toes down in everything I do. And if you want to move the needle, you got to work hard, especially now that I have an able body. Being a caretaker has allowed me to look at life differently. Sometimes you're not aware on how easy or how lucky you are just to be able to get up and go when you want to. And I'm not talking about on a single versus relationship conversation, just being healthy. Like that's not always guaranteed. So I've just been taking full advantage between being a caretaker and learning that and reading books. I promise you, I've become a lot more quote unquote soft woke. And what has been compromising on the behalf of all this soft wokeness is, yes, I'm not posting as often, but I'm going to talk about that at the end of this conversation. It's a white balance thing. I'm just going through the comments where so many hats I respected. Substituting paperwork is not hard at all, dog. No, and I call, what's the pay for Baco? Baco is like, they start you at like 18, I think it's like 18.5. Hannah says, what's the pay for Baco? Right after you said and she said substitute paperwork is not hard at all. It's not hard. It's just there's so much of it. And that's how I know I'm not tripping. They give you a packet of things you need to fill out, and then they have a checklist in front of everything you need. It's not like cover letter, resume, talk, fill out application. It's like cover letter, not cover letter. It's resume, you need TB test, you need health check, you need if you didn't pass the CBEST, you got to make sure you get this class. Then you got to spend it like it. I promise you, it's not a traditional walk through the door, at least not in Kern County. So that's the things I noticed. That's what I've noticed just going through this entire job thing. Do all this plus eBay, Wells Fargo. Yeah. What's the pay for subbing in Baco? The pay for subbing, I think it's, when I did the math, I think it was like $180 a day. If I'm not mistaken, is if you do the whole day. I'm not 1,000% sure. Yeah, I'm not 1,000% sure on that one, but I believe it's 180. But if you go to Fresno, it's $240 a day because their teachers are about to go on strike. So if you're willing to cross the picket lines, they'll cash you out. And I really thought about that. I said it's not even a moral conversation with me. It's just that I'll spend $40 in gas getting there. So I'll be making extra $10 plus the driving. I say, not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it. Let's say, are you busy the 29th? I can shoot a content day in the evening. Yeah, no, I can. I got to look at my calendar. Let me get back to you. Let me get back to you. Let me get back to you on that. What else did I have to tell y'all? It was some other thing. Oh, yeah. So the real big trigger point that kind of got me into all this was my dad. I actually had a really good conversation with my dad. And he said that, Mohammed, right now in your life, you need to understand that you're going to have a lot of conflicting if you're not going to sell that stuff, hold on. He said, you're going to have a lot of conflicting opinions at this point in your life. You're going to, because you're new to fatherhood, I'm going to be telling you some things about fatherhood. Your wife's parents, your in-laws are going to be telling you things about fatherhood. Your grandparents, you're going to be hearing a lot of things. But you have to understand, you have to trust your gut and trust what you got to do. But this is the one thing, and it was really funny. He set me up on that one because he's getting ready to tell me what I need to do. And what he said was, he's like, you have to remember at this point in your life, everybody is going to try to convince you that these are the most critical time in your kid's life. You know, they're not going to be crawling forever. They're not going to be as small forever. So you need to be able to take every moment in. And my dad said that honestly could be considered the biggest piece of crock shit that I think or propaganda that I think is passed on to new fathers. He said, you have to understand, you didn't take the route that, you know, he said with love. He said it with love. He said that you didn't take the traditional have a kid when I'm established route. You took the route of, I met a girl, I think she's right. And both of you, not only you, but she's also taking a gamble on her future with you, or you two are doing it with each other. But the one thing's for sure, two things for certain, you are going to have to utilize every waking hour or more waking hours of your life than you ever have to working right now, because the older you get, the slower your body's going to get and the harder the opportunities are going to become. So yes, in this process, you are going to miss a lot of your son's childhood, a lot of it. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a challenge more times than usual. But understand, you will never have this level of opportunity to where he's not even mobile, and also he's not even really speaking. where the only thing you really have to do is to make sure his diaper is changed, there's food in his stomach. There's not a lot of high-level conversations that need to be going on right now, and you need to utilize that extra time and go out and work like there's no tomorrow. So hearing my dad say that, hearing my dad and also reading the book with Charlamagne talk about be coachable, also taking into consideration, I was like, I need to move. All these things have kind of caused me to reprioritize my next steps of my life and where I want to go. And that's essentially why I've been so quote unquote absent from social media, why I haven't been posting, why I haven't been as active on the inters of nets, because I've just been putting all my focus on just trying to find a dollar. Now, here's the conflicting part about this entire operation. What's the 5-year, what's the 10-year plan, obviously, right? So the 10-year plan is, I know for a fact, if I don't say anything, I know for a fact I want to make videos. Making videos, whether it's for marketing or if it's for personal, and no matter what it is, I love making videos. It's my thing. I love becoming better. Every part of this entire video making process, I absolutely love and adore. Even in photography, just media as a whole, I love. That is what I want to pay my bills. What I want to do for a sense of fulfillment is essentially what I'm doing right now, which is talking to the camera, expressing myself, expressing my thoughts, expressing what it takes to reach that next level. So the question is, where do I find time in all of this in order to execute it? In order to execute my best future, for my future. And essentially, the solution is this graveyard. I believe with a graveyard job, an early morning job, and working graveyard, that'll give me the opportunity to edit. Working early in the morning with my other teaching jobs, that'll give me a chance to make a little bit of money. I was like, and I'll be able to take quick power naps in the middle of the day in order for me to compensate for my sleep. And I was like, with time, I think I'm really going to be able to pull this. I'm going to be able to pull this shit off. I'm going to be able to pull this shit off. There's no questioning. And I'm really locked in. And no matter what the situation may be, no matter if, like I said, y'all know I love Elijah. I love Todd. These are my niggas always and for no shit will ever change. Elijah is literally Ablo's godfather. I have to remember to stay honed in on my big picture, on my focusing points, so I can reach where I'm trying to go. Because yes, as a whole, as a collective, we are DDS, but all three of us have our own ambitions and goals and where we want to go with our life. So we need to make sure that we also put our own needs as a priority, if that makes any sense. I'm hopping in this comment section. I kind of just ramble for so long. I get paid for the day. I'm a sub 2. I didn't even know that. If you're not going to sell the stuff, Fobo got you. Let me hold on to it then. No, it's right there. I promise you, it's right there. I'm not stupid. I kind of look at it as crazy as this sounds. I kind of hold on to it like an asset, and I know, especially the old stuff, like the old toys, I look at them as appreciating assets. I was like, I don't lose anything by having them. But I don't gain anything if I don't sell it. If I don't sell them, because a lot of the things on here, they do appreciate with time. So I'm chilling. Okay. Vanessa, you said okay. It's in Delano from 4:30 to 7. Let me know. That's the 29th. I'll go ahead. The 29th. I just want to go ahead. I just want to pull that up real quick because I don't even know. 29th is a Wednesday night. As of right now, I am groovy. But let me. Oh, what the heck? Revert. Whatever. We coming back here. Yeah, that's kind of everything. I'm not sure if you guys really noticed. I haven't really been wearing a lot of like cone. I've been trying to, as much as it hurts me to say, like, I love the branding of that, but as a father, I don't want the idea of the word con, you know? It just doesn't sit right with me, and I cannot for the life of me, and I have all this extra product that I'm probably just going to get rid of on pennies to the dollar, and I don't know if I just want to call it Mo. I don't know what I want to do. I thought I wanted to do Dad AF, I don't know. Maybe do I want to lean heavy into the fatherhood content and fatherhood just merchandising? I don't really know, because it's not me. Y'all know I'm always have to sell product. That's just in my repertoire. Like, I love selling product. I love the idea of getting somebody to say, I believe in you, and this is the product behind it. But yeah, the era, the cone stuff. If I just put an E, You just put an E at the end of everything and then really just make it say cone. But then I'm like, I don't know. May I just lean into the Mohammed Cook stuff? I don't know. There's so many thoughts bouncing around in my head at this moment and as I'm talking out loud. But the one thing, like I said, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm not going to miss no episodes no matter what's going on because I know how this starts. You miss one episode, then you miss 2 episodes, then you miss 4 episodes, you miss 6 episodes, you be missing. And the same thing applies with my workouts, you guys. Like, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination say I have a drinking problem. I only drink maybe 1-2 days out the week, which is like Friday, Saturday. But I even want to cut back. Like I said, I've even been cutting back on my drinking. Because at a certain point, I found myself consuming more alcohol and not running as much and not working out as much. And I started to see, for lack of better words, depression settle in. And I don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. And so I've been really honing in on just trying to figure out what's been making me feel down, what's causing me to feel this way, how do I get out of it, and how do we move above it. So, because I have a very specific goal on what I want to do in my future and how I want to go about it, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Even if my boys ain't here, it's still going to happen. But, I don't know. I kind of said a lot, but I said nothing. Do you guys have any questions for me? I don't really even have a healthy close. I'm going to figure out a way to be doing a lot more interviews in the near future where I sit down and just talk to people on some like random, just working on my interview skills. I know I've said this before, but it's just finding the right people, finding the right schedule to make it all happen. Do you guys have any questions for the kid? Any questions for the kid before we sign on out and get on back to our evening? As it's 8:40 and I haven't eaten anything since this morning except a bowl of cereal. Well, no, this morning I had eggs and oatmeal, but then I had a bowl of cereal and a banana for lunch and some grapes. So that was cool. You guys got any questions? You guys throw a random question at me. I'm starting to get better and better at being politically correct. That's kind of been my thing now. Is being. Let me make sure. Did that even post? I just realized. Did we even check my story to make sure? Oh, I did. It did. Cool. If y'all don't have any questions, it's all right. I can wrap it all up. I can hit the wrap it up box. And listen, I take no offense if y'all got none. Just hit me with we ain't got none. If you hit me with the we ain't got none, then I am good to go. Let me go right here real quick. Let me hit refresh. Let me make sure. That's the coolest part about this, y'all. I love doing this. What would your last meal? What would your last meal ever? What would be your last meal ever? Oh, chicken fried rice. 1,000%. I love chicken fried rice and Thai prepared chicken. Hold on. Oh no. It would be chicken fried rice. I just lost the chat box real quick, y'all. Hold on. There we go. I think I lost it for a cool second, but it's all right. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. But yeah, chicken fried rice is hands down one of my favorite meals ever. I can eat it all the time, anytime. Hannah, you said please water them plants. It's funny you say that. I decided that I'm just going to throw them away. Them plants, so in my Amazon shopping list, I actually had a bunch of fake plants because I want to replace them with fake ones. I don't want anything I have to water. They're a headache. It's too much. It's another job. It's another thing to take care of. I just don't want to deal with it. Just not in my, I just don't want to deal with it. So I decided that I want to get fake plants, and I really did have in my Amazon shopping cart probably like $200 or $300 worth of like fake plants to make it look good. But since I've had my big epiphany on just the overall future of the brand or of the entire Mohammed Cook, DDS, Killjoy, whatever brand, I decided that I don't want to invest any money. I don't want to invest any more money into this space. I've already put too much as it is between the floors, the mirrors, the lights, the equipment, the cameras. It's too much shit. It's too much in here as it is. Paint, it's too much. And I think that me putting more money in here, knowing that in my 18 to 24 months I'm about to boogie, is just, And not unless somebody has a crazy sale and I see them for a crazy hookup at an estate sale or something like that, and I'll cop. But outside of that, I'm not investing any more money into this space. I'll invest money into equipment. It'll last longer, but not the space. Not right now. Not right now. So yeah, them plants they've seen better days, but they are done. They done. I don't even want to deal with succulents. I'm just doing fake plants so I can make it look more full. Because honestly, I've always hated the blinds. I've always hated those blinds back there. It reminds me of like a 90s or 2000s apartments back when I was like fucking on, when I was on bird behavior. That's what, like, every time I look at those blinds, I think of like my past. And that's why I get so nostalgic in here, because I can't bypass just all the things I was doing or all my responsibilities when I had ghetto ass blinds. I don't know. Or when I was dealing with people who had them. It's just ghetto. Like, it's just straight out ghetto. So yeah, I always hated them. Outside of that, that's all we really got. I really do appreciate like the three of y'all coming and talking to me. You guys really do make me feel good. You guys make me feel like my voice is being heard. Keep on rocking in the free world. I want you guys to stay safe, stay optimistic, stay smart, stay happy. I just mixed my two phrases. That's why I got fucked up. I tell my students be safe and be smart, and then I say stay happy and stay optimistic. So I want you guys to stay happy. I want you guys to stay optimistic. And with time, I will see you guys back here next week, back with a new strategy, new plan, and finding new ways to make new money, because that's all we got. Where's your wedding? Hannah. Oh, my wedding ring. Oh, Key hasn't got one for me. She got me the rubber band ones, but the issue is when you sweat, they slip off, because when you put them on, they're one size, and then as your hand gets hot, the rubber expands and they slide off. And I promise you, I'm not being stupid. She's witnessed it. She's witnessed it kind of all unfold, literally with them stupid ass rings. So, I mean, we're just trying to get our money together. Once I get mine, we'll be all good. And how's that wedding? Listen, I'm very strict. Hannah, I would love to really have that conversation with you, but I cannot have that conversation and expect peace in my home. So that is a conversation I will have with you off air the next time you're down here, and I'll talk to you and tell you the details of that. But outside of that, I can't tell you one thing. I love my wife. I love my fucking wife, and that's never gonna change. So, but all this other shit like that, you know what? You guys stay happy. You guys stay optimistic. And I'll see you guys back again next week at 1/3 of DDS, the Mohammed Cook Show, whatever you want to title it, because we are out. And shouts out to my 140 subscribers. I didn't even know. It slowly creeped up, man. I swear I was stuck at like 33 forever. I don't know what happened. Something happened. Makes me feel good. But anyways, I'm out, y'all.